Good for salve.
When you make your salve, you render that down to a liquid, and then you mix it as a, what do they call it, binder. Ik ook steep, dus necht diepje eet. Water dip in lemon. We're so thankful. And then you would pick the center part here, eh? So when you pick it, you take the center and you give it a twist. So there. So to prepare it, what you would do is you'd use probably a couple of leaves like that, and then you'd make it into a tea. What I do is I dry that, and then I'll cut into little squares, and I will put it in a cloth bag, and that's what I use for colds and flus. I would dig down, straight down, lift up, and then over this way, lift up. There's a bit of rock. And then I would take that and lift it up. So it loosens all of the root. This is small, but still pretty nice. Oh, ooh, wow, beautiful, nice one. You're exposing the heart here. And that's medicinal. We use it for the heart.
The bark that he's saying he's making the tea out of, right? So he's cautious. He takes his black bark off, and he keeps that red bark for the medicinal purposes.
This is a pretty big one. It doesn't look as big in the ground, but if you look at the root that has grown from it, it's pretty big. Put your ground back as best as you can. And here's your root. Give it a shake off some of the dirt, and see how nice and big it is. When you eat them, they usually just peel all the skin off. I've been leaving the skin on. I'm going to try to make tea later from some of this. I'll make tea. Some of it will be used for Indian pudding and whatever. So, and they're telling me this is good to be dried for tea, so I'm going to do that too.
You can grab the branches to help you. That's so amazing. Most likely you let the bed down. Pardon?
Try to keep them all about 25 feet or whatever. Yeah. So it'll be about the right length. Eight feet tall, and we're gonna use this for the hoop. So, yeah, here we go.
Bye guys! Yay! Good? Yep. But go down. We're going to chop down on the very bottom. This one's probably about a foot. So we're going to chop with the axe. And then we're going to chop a little bit up on the side. This is where we need the rope. So then when we get that bark, and then we got to kind of gently pull it up. Then we tie the rope around the bark and we hold on. We look behind us where we're going to be having to go, because you need to have a lot of room behind you. So when you grab it and you're pulling at the rope, and you're pulling and you're kind of flicking your hand like this so that the bark is coming up, and this one goes right up to there. But you got to be careful when you're pulling, when you get that last little snap on there, because it's kind of like it becomes like a whip. So, you know, like a bullwhip when you go like this. Okay, so you got to be careful when it gets up that high, when it's going to break away. And then once you get it all pulled off, and then you take the outer bark, and that's where you have your knife, and you're gonna need your knife to kind of peel away the outer bark, because all you want is that part that's here. Once you finish pulling it off there, then what I want everybody to do is to come over, because it's gonna have a lot of sap coming down, so it's gonna be like tears. Okay, so you come over, you put your hands on there, and you say thank you.
It's very important that we take younger generation out, as the elders are slowly leaving us, they're passing away. So going out to harvest any kind of plants, medicines, bark, anything, is to show the younger generation so that we don't forget the things that we do.